everyone, and welcome back. So I've just gotten back from a local market where I was lucky enough to find a couple of lithops plants which I've recently grown fascinated with. So here they are here, and I just thought I would share with you what I do when I get new plants home. So the first thing that I always do with any plant, whether it's a cactus or succulent, is I like to take them out of the soil that they're in and check on the roots and then repot them into a mix that I like. So the mix that I'll be using today is this here, made up of 3 ingredients. Over here we've got some pea gravel, which is quite a fine size, regular potting soil, El Cheapo stuff, and then this stuff here is the fines from the cactus. When I do a cactus repot, I sift the waste soil, or the soil that was in the pot that the cactus was in. And this is the final end result after 2 grades of sieving, and it's just basically heavily decomposed organic matter and basically small bits of sand and rock. If you don't have this, which is probably unlikely that you would have this, just use sand. Just normal sand will be fine. And then I'll basically adjust this so that it's extremely rocky. The little piles here are just for demonstration purposes. But I'll go ahead and mix it up, and then I'll show you the consistency that I'm looking for. Alrighty, so I've just mixed the soil up, and this is basically the consistency that I'm looking for. So I'd say at a guess it's probably around 70%, maybe even 80% of the pea gravel, and the rest is just sand and potting soil. But as you can see, incredibly rocky, and this will have very, very little water retention properties. Next step from here is I take these guys out of their pots. I'll actually discard this soil, I don't want it at all, and just put them into the fresh stuff. So let's have a look at what the roots look like. And here they are, all removed them from all of this soil here, and as you can see, pretty decent root system. I'm happy with that. Now if you're wondering how to tell if your lithops, what growth cycle it's in when it's just looking like this one is just about due to split, and the way you can tell is if you just apply a light amount of pressure around the outside, you'll actually feel the new leaves bulging up on the inside, which actually feels pretty cool, and they go the opposite way, so you won't feel them this way, you'll only feel them that way. So if you're putting your fingers like that, that's how you'll tell. So I can feel the leaves in their slight indentation going outways. This one was a little bit trickier to feel because he's quite solid and I don't really feel much of a bulge, but I'm sure that he's about to split as well. So some pretty cool colours on these guys. I don't know what the type is, and doesn't really bother me that much. I just like the look of them, and I think there's some really pretty patterns. In terms of the depth that I'll plant these to, you can quite clearly see the depth to plant them to here, where there's that changing colour. I've got a nice green colour underneath, and then from there, so where my thumb is, the top of my thumb, that's about the level that I'll plant them up to. And this guy here, same. You can see that nice line there. So these are very, very easy to work out where to plant because they've got they're pretty much colour coded. Alright, I'll go ahead and pot them up and I'll show you what they look like at the end. And here they are, all nice and potted up in their fresh soil. I added a couple of pieces of pumice around the top, just for decoration, just because I think that lithops look really nice when they've got some rocks around them, a little bit more natural. But this is the soil mix here that we've seen earlier. And here they are, nice and happy. I'll show you the depth. As you can see, the green's below the soil line and the darker portion is above. Now with these guys, absolutely no water, not until they've absorbed their old leaves. So that'll be, it's nearly August now, probably be around mid to late September that these guys will completely absorb their old leaves, and then they'll be ready for some water for their growing season. But here they are all finished, and I'll go and pop these guys with the other ones, and even more lithops to the collection now. Alright everyone, thanks for watching, and as always, happy gardening, bye!